Jenny and Lene to understand this is how serious it was, how serious we were about coming up to see you guys. This is how much visiting you guys is worth. So Carlene and I were driving. We left at 3:30 on Friday afternoon. But as we were driving, we found out that there was a wreck on the I-17 going up to Flagstaff. And okay, a wreck, but it should clear off or whatever. But as we started getting closer, we started hearing that the wreck was worse and worse, and it was shut down to one lane. And then as we started getting closer, then we got in it, and we were in just congested, stupid bumper traffic that I wish people would have just put it in park and waited until it cleared. But instead, every minute you'd go up 10 feet or 15 feet. But if you didn't, the car behind you acted like they wanted to cut in front of you because anyway. And it was just dumb, and it was just stupid, and it was just, the traffic was so slow. And so as we finally start moving a little bit, our navigation pops up a little screen that says, there's another route. You can take this additional route, and it's 5 miles longer, but it'll get you there 45 minutes sooner. And so I thought, how bad can it be? And I should have thought about how bad can it be, but I didn't. So when we finally, an hour later, we finally get up to the exit, so we were able to get off the freeway, and we go in through to Black Canyon City. And we're driving through Black Canyon City, and I've never actually been to Black Canyon City before, so I'm pretty impressed with myself. We're driving through Black Canyon City, and then we get out of Main Street, which was like 100 feet long, and into just the side streets, and then we drive through some side streets for a little bit. And then I noticed all the cars in front of me turned right, but my navigation said to turn left. My navigation has got to be right. And so we turned left and kept going, and then the pavement started getting a little potholy. Okay, it's a side street. GPS says it's going to get us back to the freeway. GPS doesn't lie. So we keep going, and pretty soon it's a dirt road. But I'm okay with dirt roads. I grew up in Woodruff. There's lots of dirt roads. So I'm driving fast as I can down the dirt road. And then I notice a sign that says, this is not an alternate route to the I-17.
Oh, but they say that.
Now, clearly, if it didn't get to the I-17, they wouldn't have to say that. So clearly it really is an alternate route to I-17. If there were no way that it would go to I-17, it wouldn't say that. And so I thought, okay, we're on the right track. Now, but right after that sign was another sign that should have concerned me. It said, dead end. But it wasn't a dead end. I could see the road. It kept going. So we kept following the road. And it was a dirt road, but
it's
it
all
now
at night, right? It's
Yeah.
all dark.
It's right
no,
before
it's
the-
not dark yet.
Not
Yeah,
dark yet, okay.
It's like 5:30
It's
stuff.
5 o'clock. And so we start driving down this road, and it's a dirt road, but it's no longer a graded dirt road. It's like cows
Pioneer
once
dirt
walked
road.
here, and some car drove on it once, and so they call it a road.
Let's turn around in this.
What's
It's
that?
not a road.
And there's a sign that says, if you don't have chains and four-wheel drive, hey, I'm telling the story.
Oh yeah. It's intense.
There's a sign that says if you don't have chains and four-wheel drive, you might not want to come here. And I thought, well, we've got four-wheel drive. So
It's not a van.
it's not a van, it's a pilot. So
Dad found his new toy.
Hold on, no, that's-
So we keep driving down the road, but now we're going, 5 or 10 miles an hour, and it's getting to be where the road where you have to maneuver. I mean, you can't just swerve around the potholes. You have to slow down and decide, okay, if I put one wheel up there and one wheel up there, then I won't hit my oil pan right there, or I won't get stuck in the wash there. It's taking the RV on worse. And okay, we're fine because I can see there's a few tracks. Other people have driven down this road in the last year or two. I mean, it's not completely unheard of. And so we keep going, but it's getting worse and worse. Now, somewhere around here, Carlene says, "Oh my goodness, we're gonna die."
Oh, Doug. We're gonna die.
What Carlene meant.
I kind of did mean that, but he reminded me that we have children in the back who need to not hear that.
What Carlene meant was, "Wow, this is exciting," or "Oh my goodness, this is fun," or "exhilarating." But what Katie and David heard was, "We're gonna die." And so, for the next 25 minutes that it took to go 4 miles, they kept saying, "Are we dead today?
Die. He was like,
Is this
die,
the-
Daddy, die.
Daddy,
Mama,
die. Is this what it looks like when you're dead?"
Are we gonna be okay?
I'm
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
so
They were-
many headaches. I have so many headaches.
Yeah, Katie had 15 headaches all at once because of the bumps.
Oh no.
But as we got about 2 miles, we got 2 miles into this and had 2 miles or so to go. It started to get dark, and I was concerned that I can drive, but you had to be thinking. You couldn't just drive. You had to be thinking and looking ahead and deciding which side of the road you were going to be on, which side had the least dangerous rocks and least dangerous canyon hanging over the side and whatever. But it was getting dark, so I was trying to hurry, but at the same time go slow enough to not die and make Carlene honest. And so, as we were driving, I was hurrying but doing whatever, and then we got up and we could see a truck, a 4x4 truck in front of us. I was like, okay, good. So at least people drive on this road. And then we got to a place, and there was a. You could turn left or you could turn right, and at this point GPS and I weren't really on speaking terms. GPS said to go left, but the white truck had gone right, so we decided we're going to follow them. They must know what they're I don't know what I'm doing, but they must know what they're doing. So we follow them, and all of a sudden we're going down at a 45-degree downhill, sliding. And GPS decides to talk to me again, even though I thought we weren't on speaking terms. And GPS says, "Please proceed to the highlighted route." Which means you're not on the road, stupid. So as I'm sliding down, gravel and rocks rolling past me and whatever, we finally get down to the bottom. And as I'm looking, I realize that the GPS wanted me to go over here and down here, and instead we just went straight down the mountain.
Honestly, I think the GPS route was worse though. That's why we took the other road, because it looked so bad.
The other one looked really washed out, and this was, even though it was 45 and dangerous and slidey, it was a newer road that hadn't been as washed out.
And we saw another car make it.
Yeah, there was a truck in front of us. And so that truck then saw us coming and pulls off the road and lets us pass. And I'm thinking, if you're following, if your plan is to let me rescue you, good luck. So we drove on by, and then we saw another vehicle up in front of us, and we passed them. We saw a big, huge tarantula in the middle of the road, but I should have stopped. It would have been fun to let the cousins play with it. I should have stopped and picked it up, but it was starting to get dark. It's starting to get dark, and we just passed that other car, and then I hated to pass them and then stop and make them wait behind me or whatever. So anyway, by tarantula. But it took us 25 to 30 minutes to go these 4 miles, and we finally got back to a dirt road, and we've got some pictures of that, and then we finally got back to a rough paved pothole road, which then took us back to the freeway. And then Carlene and I were just both so wired and just full of adrenaline and just shaking. And so I can't tell, by that time the cars on the freeway were going faster. So, but I don't know. I wish I would have stuck a bookmark in, or put a sticker on the truck we were with or whatever, so I could tell
How much?
whether
Did we get ahead of the crash, or did it just pick up?
Were the cars that we were with before, were they long since gone because this took us so long, or were they still behind us? And just finally, once they got past the crash, the cars were moving better. But anyway, that is how important it was for us to come up and see the baptism and to see Aunt Linnea and Jenny, that we went through that.
Sounds like
So.
Oh no! What is that? No! Why don't we make it safe?
taking the RV on worse.
Oh, Doug. We're gonna die. A little? Oh, no.
We need stuff.
We're going to die.
How much can we get there? It's giving me another headache. Another headache.
I just don't remember what setting it's supposed to be on the whole deal. Feels good though, right?